Hey man, say man, it's your boy Big Dreams. Welcome back to the channel. Before we carry on any further with this video, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment, most importantly, make sure y'all subscribe and hit that post notification bell. Set it to all. We is back with another banger video, back with another reaction video, man. And today, y'all see the screen, we are reacting to 1090 Jake on Big U, Bricc Baby and Luce Cannon arrested for Rollin 60s RICO Part 6, Vladtv, Djvlad. We finna dig in here and see what's going on. I'm not gonna make the opening of this video too long. All I ask is that y'all smash that like button so this video rank higher in the algorithm. Go crazy in the comments. Let me know what you want me to react to. And if you're watching me and you're not subscribed, man, subscribe. That's all I ask. We finna go ahead and dig in, man.
Well, Big U and the whole Rollin 60s RICO situation.
Deebo.
Yeah, well, you know something else funny is we had posted this. We had interviewed Deebo from Friday, and he said that he based his character on Big U.
Yeah.
I told you I pulled that from Big U. I used him as my background of how I wanted this character to be perceived. Because the whole thing about how bad this guy was is when Ice Cube put the gun on him. He said, "What you gonna do with that?" Besides, make me mad. That was cold-blooded. That was it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen the clip of Big U saying that same thing too.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's a true story. And look, I just want to say this before we start. I've always been cool with Big U. I have not had one negative experience with Big U. He came in, did an interview. It was a dope-ass interview. We kept in contact. He would call me every so often. I would call him every so often. We'd have cool conversations. There was never any checking in.
He didn't make you do the interview? He didn't say, "Hey, Vlad, you're going to put me on there"?
No, I wanted to do it.
Don't let a new piece of paperwork come out saying that Vladtv had you in the back like this here.
Why would I not want to do that interview? Like,
man, they said he's stepping on everything over there. Everything. The rappers, the athletes, fucking everybody over there apparently is up under Big U. And you know what's crazy? Is it wasn't that long ago, maybe a year, maybe 2 years, Big U, when I was living in Boston, he was visiting because he was speaking at Harvard.
Wow.
One of the most prestigious universities, you know? And this is in Cambridge, right across the street from Boston. And Big U was speaking at Harvard.
Well, he's speaking to
Harvard students
about.
He was the one that had the stories about him. He was in prison, and he went at it with like 80 of the Mexicans and was just smashing them left and right and this and that. And I was like, how the fuck did he get to Harvard? And he's just, you know, against the gangs and everything's all this. And then this whole shit comes out and I'm like, damn, this is fucking crazy.
Look, I'll say this on the record publicly. Big U has never extorted me on any level. On any level. And he could have been like, yeah, you know, you're in LA now, you're doing, you know, business with Crips and Rollin 60s or whatever. I'm going to need a little something off this, or you're going to need to put on my artist or whatever else. None of that ever. At all.
I can tell y'all this. I feel like Vlad got some Fed connects or like some type of police connect somewhere. And if me being me can sense that, I feel like Big U probably could have sensed that too, bro. Ain't nobody finna try to extort Vlad, bro. He's sitting up there, oh, he ain't never tried to extort me, yeah, bro, because you probably got police connects. That's why. Ain't nobody finna put theyself in the fire messing with you, Vlad.
And Chris Brown.
Ain't nobody finna put theyself in the fire.
You was sitting next to Chris Brown. He's like, yeah, you know, he just donated 500 sneakers to the kids in the community, and he's about to donate another 500. And Chris is just like, like, some people putting the caption like he didn't even know he was about to donate another 500. It's just, bro, that whole case, you know, what pissed me off about it too was everybody was trying to act like this was a product of Adam 22 getting people locked up and that No Jumper was the cause of the Rollin 60s indictment, when in all actuality,
Bricc Baby was a crash out.
And then people talking about the crimes that they're committing. And for a while, you know, Bricc Baby, me and him have had a cool, you know, we've communicated throughout the years, and I just always thought he said a lot and implicated himself in a lot of things that put him in a position where, yeah, people are gonna watch you. You know, like there was a lot of rumors of him having to do something with the Dirk situation and Lil Pab's death, and people speaking on that. He would make jokes, and he would this, and he would that. And then when it came to the 60s, Luce Cannon, him and Luce went at it. He's like, oh, who put you on? What street was it? Name 5 people. Yeah. And it's like, bro, like you're saying, name the 5 people that made you a Rollin 60s Crip gang member on a fucking...
You see, I can agree with 1090 Jake when he say that. And it's not even just no jumper, bro. We can say people that come on Vlad, people that, you know what I'm saying, be on I ain't even gonna drag their platform into it. I'ma just keep it at No Jumper and at Vladtv. Like, when you think about it, bro, when you watch like people that come on to those platforms and they speak on certain things, it just be because they talk too much, bro. You know what I'm saying? Can't no other grown man tell another grown man to shut up talking. Like, he gonna talk about what he wanna talk about. And that's really what the platform is known for, bro. They just get people on there, and a lot of the stuff that's talked about is cases, and it be ongoing cases or cases that done already, you know what I'm saying, been through the court, stuff that ain't open no more, and all that stuff like that. Like, that's what it be about. And just so happen, Bricc Baby is on No Jumper, and he's sitting up here, all these clips of him crashing out, saying he gonna do this, saying, oh, I got more bodies than you got squabbles. Who was your put on? Who put you on? I got put on. And what he said, 2002, doing all this craziness and saying all this craziness, like, you not gonna draw attention to yourself? Like the feds ain't on the internet, bro? It's fools like that, that self-snitch, that makes the feds' job easier. Like, you would think that people would have common sense not to talk about certain things. But no, it gets to a point where when people start jawing back and forth at each other, even with Whack 100, when people start jawing back and forth with him, there's been times even Whack, oh, well, you said I'm a rat, but really so-and-so said this, or he said that, or he did that, or nah, this is what happened. They talk too much, bro. Can't nobody stop no grown man from saying what he want to say. Can't nobody stop no grown man from talking, bro. And it's not going to stop. The case is still going on. They said that Big U was found not guilty on the RICO charges. They going to keep talking about it. I would not be surprised if the feds are still trying to build evidence based off of these interviews with Whack 100 and all these other people that's still talking about the case while it's ongoing. And it doesn't really help the simple fact of Bricc Baby's situation that they got other evidence against him, including stuff that's happened between him and his baby mama. And all these other incidences, bro. And all these wild and then he got I think Bricc Baby got previous, like, criminal history. I think he got a previous criminal background spanning over the last few years. So that doesn't help his case at all, literally.
Podcast with however many millions of viewers, and we're gonna act like this ain't some shit that the feds aren't gonna listen to.
Yeah, I mean, Bricc Baby was my man. He had done, like, I think 3 interviews on Vladtv. He was actually our newest regular guest on Vladtv.
Yeah.
And once again, only positive interactions with him. In fact, I ran into him at the Beverly Center Mall like 3 days before he got arrested.
Right.
Just randomly. I'm like, oh, shit, what's up? You know, we hug. I'm like, you good? Hey, I'll get you back on the show. Yeah, of course. Like, you could tell, like, he had no idea what was about to happen.
Yeah, and I mean,
in retrospect, when you think about it, it's like, damn, like, you're just living your life. You're at the mall, you got your family with you, and then next thing you know, you're in jail.
Yeah, Bricc became one of the top hosts at No Jumper, and then I remember recently there was a post he got his daughter, I think it was her 16th birthday or 18th, he got her a car or something or whatever, and, you know, but there's just been a lot of situations when he's walked the line of saying too much, and shit just came and bit him in the ass. And then Luce Cannon, that motherfucker just says whatever the fuck he wants to.
That ain't just them.
I've
Everybody
always
do, bro.
avoided Luce Cannon. Luce Cannon has been wanting to be on my show. He's DM'd me multiple times. People that we know in common have reached out, say, "Hey, Luce Cannon wants to talk to you," and I'm like, too much drama. Especially after seeing that brawl, in the no jumper parking lot. I was like, oh, hell no, I don't want this guy around.
No, it's not good for the business. And at the same time, it's like, bro, literally, if you read the federal paperwork, all of the counts in the indictment is shit that he was saying he participated in or Big U did while on No Jumper. So it's like you're describing robbing Meek Mills and you're describing Big U was doing this and
all because of what he said.
Shit.
Right, but
and to be honest, bro, I'm gonna throw this out there too. The reason, and this is just my reasoning, it ain't gotta be something that you agree with. I'm not gonna necessarily sit up here and say that Vlad is a fed or Adam is a fed, even though they do give off those vibes, and I've said plenty of times, like, hey, bro, Vlad give informant vibes. Adam give informant vibes. I've said that plenty of times, bro. But in all reality, when you think about it, feds probably ain't gonna ever step to them in a way, you know what I'm saying, to ever arrest them because they having all these people on. Nah, bro. If anything, the feds ain't gonna ever step to them just because their platforms are the platforms that they sit up there and watch in the office, and that's how they get the bits and pieces of information. Feds ain't got no problem with them. Y'all putting everything out there for us. Y'all are making our job easier. I won't be surprised if they'd have told them, hey, keep bringing these guys on. Keep on making them talk. And you got to ask them this, ask them that, and upload it for thousands of people to see. Makes their job easier. All they do, and I won't doubt this ever. All the fans do, they just go up in there, bro. Plate full of food, just sitting up there watching No Jumper all day long. Just watching No Jumper. Oh, Bricc Baby said that. Oh, Luce Cannon said that. Whack 100 said that. Oh, he got a gun in his waist. Oh, picture, take that. That's how they build their evidence, bro. Aside from all the wiretaps, all the other stuff that they basically got, they just sit up there on TV, watch No Jumper all day. And it ain't because, you know what I'm saying, Adam is an informant. No, it's just because grown men get on there and just talk too much, get to want to show their egos way too much, and they do too much of this, and doing too much of this comes instead. You literally stabbed your own self in the back at this point because you're self-snitched. That's basically all they doing, bro. You can't even put this on Adam. Like, I done made that mistake. Oh, this what Adam do. He sit up here and do that. Or that's what Vlad do. I'd have been guilty of saying this them. I'm going to go ahead and say, nah, bro, it's not them. People just get on there and run their mouth too freaking much, bro. If people learn how to shut up sometime, maybe all this evidence wouldn't be against them, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's not to say that the wiretaps ain't going to get them in there, but at least they wouldn't have this internet evidence against y'all if y'all wouldn't get on there and run y'all mouth so much and try to show egos and say, I got more bodies than you got squatters. That's common sense. Common sense. Shut up.
The impression that not everything, but for certain things, Luce Cannon was just lying. So, Meek Mill said, I've never been kidnapped. Now, he's lying because he got kidnapped. No, it kind of seems sincere. It's like, I've never been kidnapped. And if you really think about it, someone who's as big as Meek Mill and all they want is 50,000 seems like you can get a little more from Meek Mill if you're really kidnapping this guy. I'm just saying. You might be able to get 500,000 from a Meek Mill kidnapping. Well,
it would be insane to think that dude created up a whole bunch of bullshit stories and then got indicted over it.
Right, because the problem I always had with Luce was that when he went on No Jumper and he said, oh, Big U backdoor Nipsey Hussle. He knew that Nipsey was going to get killed by Eric Holder and he let it happen. And I'm like, this is just stupid. And I remember I called you. I called Big U that day. I said, I'm sorry you're going through this. That was our conversation. If that conversation is being taped by the feds, I'm saying what I'm talking about right now on camera.
And he apparently sent a cease and desist to No Jumper and Luce Cannon, and that was the reason the feds went to Adam 22's house was they wanted to cease and desist to him or whatever evidence, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Luce Cannon.
So that's what that was
He
about.
also said
Okay,
that him and Big
makes
U
sense.
were at the Roscoe's when PNB Rock got killed. It's like, really? Like this? I mean, there's actual video footage of the incident. You don't see them in there. Like, I've never heard this before until he said it. So I think a lot of the stuff was just, you know, lies to get, you know, moments to go viral with.
Right.
You know, but now he's in jail, and I don't know, like, I'd heard,
he's
like...
real viral now.
Yeah, he's going viral now. I mean, I heard some of the stuff is like, but I guess I haven't read through the paperwork carefully, but they're saying that some of the stuff he talked about in podcasts actually happened, and he's actually describing actual criminal events in conversations. But Big U has a 43-count indictment. So he's charged with RICO, 2 counts of conspiracy to interfere with commerce by robbery and extortion, the Hobbs Act, 1 count of Hobbs Act robbery, 9 counts of attempted Hobbs Act extortion, 5 counts of Hobbs Act extortion, 1 count of transportation of an individual in interstate commerce with the intent that the individual engage in prostitution, the Mann Act.
So they said he's
15 counts of wire fraud, 5 counts of embezzlement,
This was
conversion,
serious
and
charges.
intentional misapplication of funds from an organization receiving federal funds, 1 count of bank fraud, 1 count of tax evasion, 2 counts of willful failure to file a tax return. And then there's all the other people that are being charged.
Okay.
And Luce Cannon and Bricc Baby are, you know, 2 of them, but there's looks like maybe about 8 other people.
But ain't all the people that they charging other than Big U like Rollin 60s Crips or something like that?
If convicted, he's facing a statutory maximum of 20 years in prison just for the racketeering conspiracy count. The bank fraud is another 30 years. So you count it all up, and he's looking at life in prison. Especially, I think he's in his 50s at this point.
Yeah. I mean, they got him tied into a murder where allegedly his DNA was found under the dude's skin.
No. Let's clear that up, because if you watch the podcast where it was like me, Adam, Academics, Traplo Ross, Whack 100, and Remo, they went into this whole situation. Now, there was DNA that was found that was inconclusive, but it was inconclusive for Big U, but it ruled out the other person, the driver. They're saying it's definitely not the driver, but it's inconclusive for Big U. People are putting, Big U's DNA under the fingernails. Inconclusive. You go to trial, you tell the jury, inconclusive, they're not going to, that's reasonable doubt.
Is he charged with that murder?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Hold on a second. R.W. Yeah, so Big U's also accused of the 2021 murder of aspiring music artist R.W. R.W. signed to Unique Music, Big U's music label. Big U allegedly shot and killed R.W., who recorded a defamatory song about him. Big U then dragged the victim's body off Interstate 15 in Las Vegas and left it in a ditch, according to the paperwork.
That's crazy.
So I guess this guy was a rapper that Big U had signed, had done a diss record at the studio Big U had booked for him. I guess this was Marley Marl studio in Las Vegas. And I guess what they're saying is once Big U found out about it, he showed up and he killed him. I hope that's not true. I mean, to kill someone over a diss song is insane.
Yeah.
Especially when you're someone as, at the age of a Big U and as established as he is, and,
You would think that he would have somebody that he could have do that for him.
Yeah.
Instead of him doing that himself.
I mean, either way, whether it was him or somebody else that, you know what I'm saying, he might have gotten to do it. He would get charged either way if, you know what I'm saying, it ever came down to that, if evidence ever showed that. But, it's just one of them things, bro, where if that is the case and he did it himself, like if all that's true, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like a personal, you know what I'm saying, vendetta or whatever you want to call it. If you like go and do the dirty work yourself, like that's something personal. Other than that, he just would have, hey bro, I need you to go do this to so and so go do it, and you know what I'm saying? He the one that orchestrated it, but he kept his hands like free of all the, you know what I'm saying, dirty work basically. But
put nothing past nobody. So at the end of the day, bro, like, yeah, you can be like he's in his 50s, but if you go to the feds, all the gang leaders are in their 50s and 60s. All the biggest names are that old.
Yeah.
Those are the guys that write the tickets, and then the ticket gets booked, and the little young hitter goes and gets you. So it's like that's the age of the guys that are running the prison system.
No, he ain't lying now. But listen, man, y'all let me know what y'all think. This is the end of the video. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment. Most importantly, make sure y'all subscribe. Hit that post notification bell, set it to all. All social media links will be in the description. The link to the previous reaction video will be there as well. Follow me on all my social medias and click the link to the previous reaction video and watch that whole video after you watch this whole video, man. Also, the link to the second channel will be in the description. Go over there, subscribe, show love. Y'all will see my face over there from time to time, man. But I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all for showing me love back. And we out this thing, man, for real.